said was, "I love you, Brandy Harris." And he blew our children his fish kisses. Whenever he said he loved me, he always added my last name, just to be reminded himself that I was actually his wife. I never left his side. When Mark came out of surgery and was alert, his surgeon came in and asked him how he was feeling. And he wrote her a note that said, "Please get my wife a bed, some pillows and a blanket, and then I'll tell you how I feel." That's the husband that Mark was. He begged me not to cancel our cruise that we had booked for December. And the morning we were sailing, we got an all clear from the cancer doctor and had his feeding tube removed an hour before we sailed, and off we went. All he wanted and fought for was to go home. To us, home is the Azamara Quest. Captain Jose, the day of the surgery, when I told him that Mark was sitting in bed, crazy, writing a packing list, Captain Jose said to me that day, "Baby, he will be there." And it was the best thing I could have done for him. My captain and my hotel director completely surprised Mark and I. They surprised Mark on the bridge and honored him with the entire St. Martin Fire Department blaring up the dock with sirens going, matching the Quest horn blowing. When we were walking back inside off the bridge, there was a wedding cake, and the whole bridge had been transformed and decorated into a chapel. And I said to Mark, "Oh, baby, Captain's marrying somebody today. Please ask him if we could stay. Tell him if he lets me stay, I'll sing a wedding song for them." And my beautiful Jose taps me on the shoulder and says with a kiss on my forehead, "Darling, it's you." It was our dream to have Captain Jose marry us. He never knew that, but he knew it. Mark was the happiest ever. He learned to eat on board, and he spoke his first words on board. It was a blessing and a memory I will treasure forever. We come home and we think he has an infection under his new tongue. The infection turned out to be cancer in a third location. And this time it was in his neck, and it was a stage 4. From the very first day of this horrific journey, we have been so incredibly blessed with 2 angels watching over us every step of the way. The Chief Operating Officer, Ms. Kimberly Manny, and the head of the CTU team, Mrs. Lauren Goji, from Miami Hospital, who saved us both so many times. They literally saved his life 3 times. When they weren't saving him, they were saving me. They were either with us both the whole time or listening to me constantly. 12 hours a day, rant, cry, beg, text, and phone call, both of them at the same time. But they never gave up on us. They never, ever left me alone. Even when I was home, they were on the phone with me, helping me when he was falling and his blood pressure was too low. The loving, caring, emotional support they gave me, I will never forget and forever be grateful. Now that the poor girls know that I'm completely insane, now they're stuck with me for life. We loved you both so much. Mark loved you. He loved to tease you. And you girls gave me 6 months with Mark and more care and loving than I could have ever dreamed of. I thank you from my heart to be here with me today. The next step was to start chemo, which ended up in a heart attack. So we changed to a new chemo, which gave him double pneumonia. So we tried immunotherapy and radiation, which led to more lung infections. Mark did not have it easy. He was always sick and always in pain, falling down, but still fighting me every day to drive. He didn't know who I was, or he was. He was calling me Adam, but he had to drive to treatment. And I'm not sure if anyone here has ever heard this news, but he was a paramedic for 40 years. And he knew better than all of us. And in case we didn't, he reminded us at least 15 times a day. He fought with pride and dignity, and never ever once thinking of not fighting this cancer and leaving me and missing our daughter's wedding in January. It was simply out of the question for him. We fought this battle together and never let it limit our dreams for our future. Cancer did not cripple our love. It made us stronger and closer, and we tried every day to not let it shatter our hopes, destroy our faith. We never let it get in the way of our love or allow cancer to get in the way of the incredible life we had together. Even now, cancer will never take away my memories. I will never forget his courage and the soul this disease gave him. As his cancer grew and spread, so did his heart. This cancer can never steal the eternal life we will always share. The hardest thing I had to do in the past few weeks was sit downstairs on the sidewalk, crying with my brother on the phone, calling Palm Beach County Fire Rescue with insane plans that I had for a man who was still alive. But I knew what I wanted, and I wanted to honor him. And then I would go upstairs, and happiness was all full of hope and pride, and told me he was done with his treatment June 22nd, and he wanted to leave for Greece the 23rd, the minute he could. I was booking Greece upstairs and planning his funeral downstairs, and he didn't even know. Mark was not only my hero, he is an American hero. He was part of an elite group of rescue paramedics. But Mark was not a hero for the way he died. Mark was a hero for how he lived. And he knew how to live and gave me an incredible life. A well-lived life is a very precious gift. I am not sure if this was a gift that was given to him or the life that he built and created just for us. We lived a life of hope and strength and grace. He was someone who touched everyone's life. He made our world a brighter place. Our life was filled with moments both sweet and sad, with smiles and sometimes tears. We have amazing friendships that were formed from good times shared and tons of laughter each and every day. Mark's legacy to me will always be about 9/11. But his life well lived is a legacy of love, happiness, surprises, travel, pride, and pleasure. Mark is leaving me a living, lasting lifetime of memories for my grateful heart to always treasure. I know this has been on Facebook, but I need to say it out loud one last time for Mark. It was Mark's story of us. It all started many years ago in 1981. Girl sees boy when she was 14. Girl likes boy. Boy is oblivious. Some things never change. Few years